Good morning, students. So last class, we have seen about the multiplication and division instruction along with some examples, that is practical examples, how your division instructions are used in analog to digital conversion. And we have discussed about packed BCD and unpacked BCD and DA instruction details, how your value, that is after the addition, how the hexadecimal value is adjusted into decimal. And also we have worked out one example. The first example we have already worked out. So have you completed these two problems? So what is the answer for second one? Move A comma hash 36, move B comma hash 24, add A comma B DAA. So what is the accumulator content after the addition instruction? Before DAA. What is the answer? So the answer is 5A. 5A is the correct answer. Okay. 5A is the correct answer. Actually, your LSB is greater than 1. So after DAA instruction execution, 0110 was added to LSB. So the value is adjusted into 60. 60 is the correct answer. Okay. All of you getting this answer? All of you getting this? Okay. Second problem. The two inputs 28 and 27. After the addition, what is the answer? 4F. After the addition, 4F. So your LSB is greater than 9, similar to your previous problem. So DAA add 06 to your LSB. After the DAA execution, your answer is 55. Okay. So any doubts regarding this DAA instruction? Okay. So next instruction, increment and decrement instruction. So first we will see about increment. So this incrementing is the operation of adding 1 to the operand given in the instruction. Okay. So what are all the operands given here? So that value is incremented by 1. So the syntax for this increment A, it can be accumulator or it can be a general purpose register, a direct indirect address, and increment DPTR. So after execution, all these values are incremented by 1. So the operand may be accumulator, 8-bit register, internal memory, whose address may be given in the instruction, are given by R0 or R1 register. Okay. For example, increment A means increment accumulator. After execution, A plus 1. So that answer will be holded by accumulator. Okay. So please note down the addressing modes and mission cycles and number of bytes. So decrementing is the operation of subtracting 1 from the operand specified in the instruction. So the operand may be accumulator, 8-bit register, internal memory location, and also addressed by R0 and R1. So first two will be register addressing mode. This is direct addressing mode. This one is indirect addressing mode. So all your increment and decrement instruction require one mission cycle to execute except this DPTR. So decrement version of DPTR is not available in 8051. So only we can increment the DPTR content. And other important point is no flags are affected by increment and decrement instruction. Please note it down, no flags are affected. So next, we move on to the next instruction group, that is branching instruction. So branching instructions change the flow of program by changing the content of program counter. So mainly this instruction is based on program counter. So we have two instruction types. One is conditional jump instruction, other one is unconditional jump instruction. So under unconditional jump instructions, we have absolute call, please note it down, long call. We have two groups, call instruction and jump instruction. So this category is unconditional jump instruction. So under jump, we have four instruction: absolute jump, long jump, short jump, and simple jump instruction. And these instructions are under the category of conditional jump instruction. So my question is here, what is the difference between call and jump? So you might have studied in 8086. So what is the difference between call and jump instruction? So what is the difference between call and jump? So what is the purpose of jump and what is the purpose of call? Please tell me. So how do you differentiate these two instructions? Any answers? Students, please respond. Any answers? So what is jump? Simply, what is the purpose of jump? Please tell me.
We have to update the content into the program counter and it will go to the step where we want it to be, ma'am.
Okay. Some address is specified in the jump instruction. So during the execution, your program control is transferred to a address given in the instruction. Okay. Actually, the difference between jump and call is jump permanently changes the program flow. Okay. So once the program flow is changed, it cannot return back to the main program. It will execute, permanently changes the program flow. Whereas call temporarily changes the program flow to allow another part of the program to run. So that is the difference between jump and call. So these two instructions replace the content of program counter with new address. So that is the common feature between these two instruction. Whenever the particular jump or call instruction is executed, the address specified in the instruction is loaded into the program counter, and program counter is loaded with new address. Your microcontroller will execute the instruction stored in that address. Okay. So I will explain that in detail later. Okay. So first we will see about the conditional jump instruction. So we have call and jump under unconditional jump instruction, and these instructions are conditional jump instruction. So in tomorrow's lab class, we are going to apply this instruction, that is decrement, jump, no, zero instruction in our program. Okay, please listen carefully. So this instruction is under the category of conditional jump instruction. So the syntax is decrement RN, comma, relative address. REL is nothing but relative address. So these instructions decrement the operand given in the instruction by 1. Here, your operand is RN, okay, and branches to new address. The address is given in the instruction here. So branches to new address if the result is not 0. Okay. So every time it will decrement the register content or direct address content by 1 and check to see whether it is equal to 0 or not equal to 0. If not 0, your program control transfers to relative address specified in the instruction. Is that clear? So your relative address can be a 8-bit signed displacement address. Okay. So the function of this particular instruction is decrement Rn and jump to program counter plus relative address if your register content is not equal to 0. So next instruction, decrement jump no 0, direct address, comma, your relative address. So this will decrement the memory address and jump to program counter plus relative address if the direct memory address is not equal to 0. Okay. So the first instruction takes 2 bytes of memory and it requires 2 mission cycle to execute this particular instruction. Similarly, here 3 bytes of memory and 2 mission cycle required. So the purpose of this particular instruction is, suppose if we want to repeat the certain sequence of instruction in certain number of times, for that case, this instruction can be applied. For loop actions can be done by using this decrement jump no 0 instruction. Okay. So the loop action is performed by decrement jump no 0, register, comma, label. The first step, the register is decremented. Okay. And after the second step, after the decrementing the register content, check to see whether it is equal to 0 or not equal to 0. If it is not 0, your program control jumps to the target address specified in the instruction. So here in this example referred to by the label. So in our programs, mostly we are using label. So if not equal to 0, your program control transfer to label. Okay. So prior to the start of the loop, the register is loaded with counter for number of repetitions. Okay. So you have to define a counter register. So how many times the loop can be repeated. So that is defined by your count register. So the counter can be R02, R7 or internal RAM location. Okay. Up to this, any doubts? So first I will explain how this instruction will get executed. After that, I will explain how your microcontroller will calculate this relative address. Okay. So let's consider this program. Actually, this program adds value 3 to the accumulated 10 times. What is the count value here? So you have to add value 3 to the accumulator. How many times? 10 times. So what is your count register value here? You have to repeat the loop how many times? You have to repeat the loop how many times? How many times you have to repeat the loops? 10 times, okay. Let's analyze this example. Move A comma has 0. Your accumulator is initially cleared, okay. And the decimal value 10 is loaded into R2, okay. So this R2 becomes your counter or count register, okay. And the first instruction will be add A comma hash 03. So initially your accumulator is clear. So initially your accumulator is clear. So 0 plus 3. So first addition 0 plus 3. After addition your accumulator holds 3. Okay. So what is the next step? Decrement jump no 0 R2 comma again. So now what is the current value of your R2? What is the current value? 10. Now 10 is decremented to 9. So after decrement operation, this instruction checks the content of R2 if it is equal to 0 or not equal to 0. According to this condition, this is not equal to 0. So your program control transfer transfers here and execute next addition. What is the next addition? So this is your step 1. What is the step 2? 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. Again, your count register is decremented. Now R2 holds 8. So this has been repeated until your R2 becomes 0. So this again loop will get executed 10 times. So this looping action can be performed by using decrement jump no 0 instruction. So after the R2 becomes 0, it comes out of the loop and save the accumulator content to R5. So R5 holds your result. Any doubts? Okay. So can you understand that example? So I will explain how this address will be calculated by your controller, okay? So same instructions, L1 is equal to, that is loop 1, add A comma has 0, 3, decrement jump no 0, R2 comma L1, okay? So the operation here is for example, decrement jump no 0, R4 comma 0, 8. Suppose this pointing 0, 0, that is program counter for 0, 0, 0, 4. Okay. So during the execution, your program counter is incremented by 2 because this instruction takes 2 bytes of memory. Okay. So program counter is incremented by 2. After that, you check if R4 is equal to R4 minus 1. Next, if R4 is not equal to 0. If not equal to 0, this 0, 8 is your relative address, okay? So program counter plus 0, 8. So this will be your target address. So in this way, your microcontroller will calculate the address. So relative address is specified in the instruction itself. So the next instruction of decrement jump no 0, that is next instruction will be 0006. Okay. So this takes 2 bytes of memory. So after execution, your program counter is pointing this address. So this address along with this relative address, the new address will be calculated. So that address is loaded into program counter. புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா? So this is very important while doing your programs. So relative address is directly specified in the instruction. So in the instruction, 2 bytes of memory எடுத்துக்கும். So after execution, your program counter is pointing 0006. So 08 is added with 0x06 and new address will be calculated. Okay. Actually, the jump range can be of 3 types. Okay. So first one is relative range. Relative range. So the range is from 127 to minus 128 in hexadecimal plus 7F2 minus 80H. So jump within plus or minus 128 bytes from the jump instruction. Okay. So it can be forward jump or it can be reverse jump. So it can perform both forward jump and reverse jump. So target address must within minus 128 to plus 127 bytes of the content of program counter. So in decrement jump no zero instruction, the relative address is specified in the instruction. So this address is 8-bit address. Okay. Please note it down. So this is very important. Please note it down. So 3 types of range: relative range, absolute range, and long range. So next one, absolute range. So the address range from 00 to 07FFF. So jump within 2 KB of memory. So this one supports only forward jump. So third type, long range. So range from 00 to FFFF 4F. So jump within 64 KB. Sorry, please note it down. Stylish pen is not working. (64 KB). Have all of you noted? So 3 types of ranges. So your range can be of 3 types. Relative range, your decrement jump no zero using this relative range address. So it can perform both forward jump and reverse jump. So the range is within plus 127 to minus 128. So it's divided into positive and negative range. Okay. So the size of the address is 8-bit here. Next, here size of the address is 11-bit. In absolute range, the size of the address 11-bit. So jump within 2 KB of memory. Long jump 64 KB of memory. So the address 16-bit address. The target address size is 16-bit. So in this example, actually add a comma hash 03. Okay. So this instruction takes 2 bytes of memory So first byte is your opcode, second byte is your immediate data. So these two operands are stored in 0012 to 0013. So this address is nothing but your program counter. So now program counter is pointing 12. In 12, the opcode for add instruction is stored, and in 30, the immediate data is stored. Okay. And next instruction, decrement jump no 0 R2, L1. So this instruction takes 2 bytes of memory. So opcode for decrement jump no 0, DA, and the relative address for this L1 is FC. It is a 8-bit address. Okay. So 2 memory locations are required. So in 0014, the opcode is stored, and 0015, the relative address is stored. Okay. And next instruction, move R5, A. Once this R2 register becomes 0, here your loop is terminated, it will execute the next instruction. So it's a single byte instruction. So opcode for this instruction is F8, and this F8 is stored in 0016. Okay. So during the execution, what it will do is, first it will find the address of next instruction. So address of next instruction, the program counter is pointing 0016. So this 16 is added with FC. FC is nothing but your relative address. It's a 8-bit address. So these two are added. So the value is 112. Here 1 is dropped. Your carry is dropped. Your target address will be 12. So this will be your target address. So during the execution, every time your processor will calculate new address, and after that, that address is loaded into program counter. When if R0 is not equal to 0, your program control transfer to 0012. So this loop has been repeated until your R2 becomes 0. Any doubts? Any doubts? Address calculation. Okay. So here the important point is, what is the size of R2? The size of R2 is 8-bit register. Okay. So using 8-bit register, we can repeat the loop maximum of 255 times. Okay. We can fix the value, counter value from 00 to FF. And using that count register, we can repeat the loop operation, loop action, the maximum of 255 times. Okay. Suppose if we want to repeat an action, loop action, more than 256, okay, so that case we have to use nested loop concept. Okay, in case of your decrement jump no 0, for that purpose we have to use 2 count register. So 2 count register, 1 count register for, so that is 1 register can be used for outer loop count, and another register can be used for inner loop count. Okay. So in previous case, your count register R2 can hold value from 00 to FF. So using this count register, we can repeat the loop action in the maximum of 256 times. Suppose the action is more than 256 case, that situation we can use 2 count register. So can be loaded with 8-bit value. Okay. So this can be defined as outer loop count, and this can be defined as inner loop. Okay. Just you read out this problem statement. Write a program to load the accumulator with the value of 55. Okay. And complement the accumulator 700 times. So this looping count is, that is loop count is exceeded, that is it's greater than 256. So here you have to use 2 count register in order to repeat the action. What is the action? Complement the accumulator. So how would you do this? So what is the solution for this one? So you have to divide this number into 2. 70 into 10. Okay. So this 70 may be your inner loop count. So this is the maximum value. Is you define this 70 as inner loop count, and this is the outer loop count. So you have to define, you have to use 2 count register. Since 700 is larger than 255, okay? So the maximum capacity of any register, 256 is the maximum capacity of any register. So we have to use 2 register to hold the count, okay? So we have to use 2 register, R2 and R3. R3 is for outer loop count, R2 is for inner loop count, okay? So write the code for this problem using decrement jump no zero instruction. You have to load the accumulator with 55 and load R3 with 10, that is your outer loop count. Move R2 with 70, okay? Complement, that is the action, complement the accumulator. And you have to decrement the R2 register until your R2 becomes 0. That is your inner loop. And next, decrement your outer loop content and check whether R3 becomes 0. So these lines must be executed. To be executed how many times? 700 times. So that is the concept. So do it, please do it. Do you understand this problem statement? Do you understand? Yes or no? Can I repeat that? சொல்லுங்க, எதை ஆன்சர் பண்ணுங்க ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். ஓகே, Magita, move A comma hash 55, move R3 comma hash 10, correct, move R2 comma hash 70, complement accumulator. So this again should come. So R2, the loop again, in which place the again will be again and next. Please.
Ma'am, again will be near CPLA, ma'am.
CPLA.
CPLA, complement A, ma'am. And next will be near move R2 hash 70, ma'am.
Yeah, move R2 comma hash 70.
70.
So first you have to initialize your accumulator with the value of 55 and load your outer loop count 10 into R3 and inner loop count 70 into R2, okay? So the first instruction, move A comma hash 55. Next, move, load your count registers value, R3 comma hash 10. Move R2 comma hash 70. So what is the next step? So next step will be complement accumulator. So this is the logic of this program. Every time you have to complement this accumulator content. After that, the decrement jump no zero. So which register? So which register should come here? Either R2 or R3. R2 comma L1. You specify your L1 here. Okay. So this instruction, that is complement A instruction, will get executed. How many times? How many times it will be executed? How many times it will be executed? Please students tell me.
70, ma'am.
70, yeah. 70 times it will be executed. So next statement, decrement jump no zero, R3 comma L2. L2 come here. So the logic is the R2 is used to keep the inner loop count. Okay. So the inner loop count is 70. So the instruction, that is decrement jump no 0 R2 comma L1, whenever the R2 becomes 0, okay, this will be executed. Whenever R2 becomes 0, this instruction will be executed. So this instruction forces the CPU to load your R3 with count value 70. Sorry, count value 70 or, yeah, count value 70, okay. And the inner loop starts again. So how many times the entire loop will be executed? 700 times. So first, this is 70. Again, this will repeat 10 times. 70 into 10, 700 times. So every time, the 70 is loaded into R2. The R2 0 ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் your program control goes here and complementing the accumulator. The 0 ஆனதுக்கு அப்புறம் your program control L2 க்கு வரும். Again, your R2 is loaded with 70. Repeat the same operation. So R3 ல என்ன வேல்யூ இருக்கு? 10 இருக்கு. So 10 எப்ப 0 ஆகுதோ அது வரைக்கும் the complete loop will be executed. Okay? Is that clear? Okay, thank you. So next instruction, conditional jump instruction. In conditional jump instruction, we have jump 0, jump no 0, jump carry and jump no carry instruction. So these instruction check whether the given condition is true or not. If true, program control is transferred to new address. So already I have explained the new address is obtained by adding the 8-bit displacement, that is your relative address given in the instruction, to the program counter after incrementing it twice. Okay, so your PC is equal to PC plus 2. So if the condition is true, then your program counter is loaded with new address. So that is calculated by adding program counter plus your relative address. So the relative range plus 127 to minus 128. So positive and negative. So it can perform both forward jump and reverse jump. Okay. So here two instruction, jump 0 and jump no 0. So this instruction will check the content of your accumulator, not any other register, only checking the content of accumulator during the execution of this particular instruction. If it is 0, your program control is transferred to new calculator address, that is program. If the accumulator, in this case, jump no 0, if accumulator is not equal to 0, that case your condition is true. So if the condition is true, it will jump to program counter plus relative address. So jump only if a certain condition is met. So the condition is nothing but your accumulator is equal to 0 or not equal to 0. So look at the example given here. Move A comma R0. R0 is loaded with accumulator. So this instruction checks the accumulator content. Only it will jump if accumulator is 0. Similarly here. So only it will jump if accumulator is 0. In case of not 0, only it will jump if accumulator is not equal to 0. So can be used only for register A, not any other registers. Okay. Similarly, jump carry and jump no carry instruction. So during the execution, it will check the carry flag status. So if carry flag is set to 1, it will jump to the relative address. So relative, your target address is calculated similar to this way. That is program counter is equal to program counter plus relative address. Okay. So jump is carry is set. Okay. And jump no carry means jump if carry is not set. Okay. If carry is not set, it will jump. Okay. So the description is given here. If carry is equal to 0, your CPU starts to fetch and execute instruction from the address of the label. So this label is specified in the instruction. If carry is 1, it will not jump, but it will execute the next instruction. That is below the jump no carry instruction. Okay. So this example describes how your carry flag is used in multi-byte additions. Okay. So the problem statement is find the sum of the values 79, F5, E2. Okay. Put the sum in register, that is low byte. R0, your lower byte should be stored in R0, higher byte should be stored in R5. Okay. So just analyze the program and tell me the logic. So here carry is playing a major role to store your high byte. Because your 8051 will perform only 8-bit addition. After the addition, your accumulator will hold 8-bit data. If the data is exceeded, using carry flag, we can extract your higher byte of data. Can anyone explain this? So explain the program logic. So what is the first statement? Your accumulator is cleared, okay? And R5 also cleared. So your first data was added with 0. That is 0 plus 79. So the answer will be 79. So this 79 is added with accumulator. So after the addition, I'm going to check the carry flag, okay? If carry is equal to 0, add next number. So if carry is not set, your program control is transferred to number underscore 1. To perform the next addition. If carry is set, increment R5. Okay, so this R5 holds the higher byte of your data based on your carry flag status. Okay, so if carry is not set, your program control transfer to N underscore 1. Otherwise, it will increment R5 register content by 1. Okay, and the next one is add hash 0 F5. So A is equal to 79 plus F5. The answer will be 6E. Here carry flag is set to 1. Okay. Previous case your carry is not set. So your program control is transferred here and perform the next addition. Okay. So jump no carry means your program control will transfer to N underscore 2 to perform the next addition. Here carry is set to 1. So our R5 is incremented by 1. Okay. After that, add A comma has 0 E2. So 6E plus E2, your answer is 50. Okay. Again, your carry is set to 1. Okay. So here, jump no carry instruction. If carry is not set, your program control is transferred to move R0 comma A instruction for storing the accumulator content. If carry is set to 1, increment R5. So what will be the content of R5 now after execution? See, listen, this instruction checks the status of your carry flag. That is, the condition is true or false. If carry is not set, your program control is transferred to over. Okay. If it is set, it will execute the next instruction and also store your accumulator answer. இந்த இடத்துல வந்து carry set ஆகலைனா this instruction will be skipped. ஓகேங்களா, இது எக்ஸிக்யூட் ஆகாது. இங்க இருந்ததுன்னா உங்க ப்ரோக்ராம் கண்ட்ரோல் இங்க வந்துடும். இப்ப R5 ஓட வேல்யூ என்ன? ஒரு R5 இங்க வந்து ஒரு கேரி வந்து 1 ஆச்சு. This இந்த கேஸ்ல R5 is 0. Here your R5 is incremented. R5 is incremented. So what is the value stored in R5 after execution of all the instructions? 2. So adding all these three numbers 79 plus F5 plus E2, your answer is 2, one second, add all the three numbers, 6e plus E2, 79 plus F5 plus E2. So answer is 250. சரிங்களா 2 எதுல இருக்கும் 50 எதுல இருக்கும் so after
Ma'am, 50 are not larkum, 2 on the
R50 will be holded by which register? R0 register.
R0.
R0 thane. R0 and 2 will be stored in R5. So for this purpose, we have to use the carry flag in order to save your higher byte. Okay. So this is the application of your jump carry and jump no carry instruction. Okay. So next class we will see about remaining instruction. Please நீங்க கொஞ்சம் execute பண்ணி observe the results of this program. Okay.